Okay, let's start working on our new vocabulary here. This is to do with chapter 1 in the new book. The book is called Stimmt 2. It's chapter 1, as you can tell, and we will take a good look and listen to this set of vocabulary. The chapter is about holidays and travel. There will be plenty of past tense, present tense, but the focus is on the past tense. It's a new concept that will take us a while to grasp, to understand, and I'm sure there will be some issues, but we'll overcome them together. Okay, so let's take a look at the first set of vocabulary that we learned last Friday. Früher und heute, then and today. Die Stadt ist war, that's die Stadt ist in the present tense, is and was. Alt, modern, okay, old and modern. Klein und groß, small and big. Schön und industriell, beautiful, industrial. As you can tell, we've got antonyms here. Those are words of the opposite meaning. Alt, modern, klein, groß, schön, industriell. That's just one way of learning vocabulary. Historisch und touristisch, historic, touristic. Laut und ruhig, noisy and quiet. Die Stadt hat und hatte, so it has or had, used to have, present and past. Es gibt und es gab, again there is, there was. Einen Strand, a beach. Einen Marktplatz, a town square. Ein Olympiapark, Olympic Park, okay. Let's see what there is. Okay. Then we've got blank page. Right, here we go. Sorry. Ein Hafen, harbor. Eine Arena, an arena. Eine Skatehalle, skatehall. Ein Einkaufszentrum, a shopping center. Ein Stadion, a stadium. Okay, that was the first set of vocabulary. Now let's move on to the next set of vocabulary. Wo hast du gewohnt? A clear past tense sentence because we have two verbs, auxiliary verb hast and then past participle gewohnt, and we'll be explaining later on next week how we create past tense. Where did you stay? As you can tell, the past tense is also, when we talk about English, we also involve two verbs, one and two. So ich habe gewohnt, I stayed, but in the past tense in Germany we're using two verbs here actually, and only one verb here. That's when you're talking about the question. That's why we have two verbs here, but usually it is two verbs in German and one verb in the past tense in English. So in einem Hotel, ich habe in einem Hotel gewohnt. Ich habe in einem Ferienhaus gewohnt, in einem Wohnwagen, in einer Jugendherberge, auf einem Campingplatz, bei Freunden. So Hotel is the same, Ferienhaus is holiday house, Wohnwagen is caravan, Jugendherberge is youth hostel, Campingplatz is campsite, and bei Freunden is with friends. The only thing is that if we say in English, I stayed in a hotel, you will see that hotel is at the end of that sentence, and if we use the German sentence, ich habe in einem Hotel gewohnt, hotel is placed in the middle of the sentence between habe und gewohnt, and the same applies obviously to the rest of this vocabulary. Okay, so let's move on to the next set of vocabulary here. Okay. The next set of vocabulary is about activities in the past tense. Was hast du gemacht? What did you do? Ich habe viele Sachen gemacht. I did a lot of things. Ich habe or wir haben. Depends if you are talking about yourself or there are a number of people talking about themselves, okay? You can tell that if we say ich, then the ending is I. If we say haben, the ending is en. Ich habe Musik gehört, ich habe Volleyball gespielt, ich habe einen Bootsausflug gemacht, ich habe viele Souvenirs gekauft, viel Fisch gegessen, die Kirche gesehen, ein Buch gelesen, ich bin zu Hause geblieben. Okay, zu Hause geblieben. So, first thing that we can notice here about past tense is that you are using ich habe most of the time. Most of the time at the start of a sentence, and the second verb that is about past tense, which we call past participle, goes to the end of the sentence. But don't worry about this now, we'll be discussing it all over the next few days and weeks, and it will be much easier to grasp this concept of past tense in the lesson during the class rather than when listening to me right now, because I'm sure you will have plenty of questions to ask me. Okay, so ich habe Musik gehört, listened to music, Volleyball gespielt, I played volleyball, ein Bootsausflug gemacht, I did a boat trip, viele Souvenirs gekauft, I bought lots of souvenirs, viel Fisch gegessen, I ate a lot of fish, ich habe die Kirche gesehen, I saw the church, ich habe ein Buch gelesen, I read a book, ich bin zu Hause geblieben, I stayed at home. And I'm sure you will already notice that in here I'm using the sentence ich habe, and in here I am saying ich bin. Okay, so different past tense, because I'm using here ich bin, I'm using here ich habe, but not to worry, I will explain this concept later on. Okay, so let's move on to the next class. Wohin bist du gefahren? Where did you travel to? Ich bin nach Deutschland, nach Wien, nach Belfast gefahren. Okay, so I traveled to. And this is the first time that, well, the second time actually, that we see ich bin gefahren, so different past tense with ich bin auxiliary verb. And the reason is that whenever you are talking about a movement, moving or traveling from one place to another, then you will use ich bin. And wherever you just talk about static things, then you will be using ich habe. Okay, so let's move on to the next. So ich bin gefahren, I traveled to Germany, to Vienna. Let's move on to the next lesson. Wie bist du gefahren? How did you travel? So transport. Ich bin mit dem Auto, by car, mit dem Reisebus, by coach, mit dem Schiff, by boat, gefahren. And then ich bin geflogen, I flew. Ich bin zu Fuß gegangen, I walked. Okay, I walked. So you can see the sentence here, ich bin geflogen. We're using two verbs, auxiliary verb ich bin and geflogen, flown. But when we translate the sentence into English, it will be just one verb, I flew. Okay, we're moving on to the next lesson here. Mit wem bist du gefahren? Who did you travel with? Ich bin mit meiner Familie, mit Freunden gefahren. So I traveled with my family, with my friends. Okay? And we're moving swiftly to the next part of this chapter, which is what we did during holidays. So, was hast du noch gemacht? What else did you do? Ich bin an den Strand gegangen. I went to the beach. Ich bin in die Stadt gefahren, into town. Ich bin Windsurfen gegangen. I went windsurfing. Ich bin kitesurfen gegangen. I did kitesurfing. Ich bin schwimmen. I went swimming. Ich bin schwimmen gegangen. Ich bin wakeboard or snowboard on ski or banana gefahren. I went wakeboarding, snowboarding, skiing and banana boating. Okay, that's good fun on a banana boat. Yeah, let's move on to the last few sentences here. Ich habe Snowtubing gemacht. I went snowtubing. And ich habe ice tennis gespielt. I played ice tennis. All those strange sports that I have never played in my life. Okay, let's move on to the weather. Wie war das Wetter? Was the weather? Es war, es ist sonnig, So it was, it is, sonnig, kalt, heiß, wolkig, windig, neblig. Sonnig, sunny, kalt, cold, heiß, hot, wolkig, cloudy, windig, windy, neblig, foggy. Okay? Es regnet, it's raining. Es schneit, it's snowing or snows. Es donnert und blitzt, there's thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. Okay? So, what else is there on the agenda here? Yeah, wann war das? When was that? Es war in den Ferien, in the holidays, im Sommer, im Winter, es war letzten Sommer, Winter, last summer, last winter, heute, today, that's the word that we learned on Friday, and gestern, yesterday, and früher, that's another word that we learned on Friday that caused a few pronunciation issues, but not too much. Okay, oft benutzte Wörter, which are high frequency words that we will be using this in this chapter. Nur, only, dort, there, which already some people asked about. Zu, to, nicht, not gar nicht, not at all, sehr, very, ungefähr, approximately, viel, a lot, and viele, loads, and many. Okay? Listen. Have fun. Try to listen to the vocabulary as often as you can. Try to work on the pronunciation. That's number one task. And then also try to work on the meaning. So basically cover one side of the vocabulary and then try to say the other side. Like, for example, die Stadt ist alt und modern, and try not to look on the right hand side and try to say that yourself, or else when you listen on a device, mobile device, and just simply stop the recording and try to say that yourself after I have said the English or German part. And this is going to help you enormously with learning the vocabulary. Just another way of learning vocabulary, a bit more vibrant than just looking at your vocabulary book. Listen, do not forget to print this out and stick it in your classroom book. That's very, very important at the back of it. And if you can't, see me on Monday break time or early in the morning. Okay? Alles Gute, schönes Wochenende, have a good weekend, and I see you on Monday. Bye.